Yo, what's up? We back. It's been a couple days. Something I got to talk about. Y'all see the title. We're gonna talk about this. Get it out the way. Um, and this is the reason why my stance be on certain stuff. Why my stance be my stance. Right. First of all, we're gonna start this off properly. Rest in peace to that young man. Pieces and blessings to the family. I pray for strength, healing, and patience. Um, they got a long road ahead of them. I pray that through strength and love and support that they find a way out of this darkness into the light. Now let's something else I gotta address real quick. Um, and this is what really made me do the video, to be honest. There has to be a different level of respect, increased level of respect for when something happens to somebody loved one, man. Like this, especially when you, like I said, when you got a platform, when you got a voice, when people, you have tens and thousands of views. And I understand the reason. I understand that I don't agree with it. Let's make me make that disclaimer and the difference, right? The whole title headline of your video that creates the attention and the traffic, and people want to hear you. Oh damn, look how he titled that. He going, you know what I'm saying? It's super disrespectful, dog. Like somebody's snot box got rocked or somebody got their TV turned off. Don't come into my comments talking about how much of a cool dude he is either. I ain't even gonna say his name. Don't even come in my comments talking about he's a alright. No, he's not, man. That makes you uncool. Like you know what I'm saying? You can't do something super uncool repeatedly and people still say you cool. That ain't how that works, man. That ain't how that works. Like I said, one of the problems with the world is people try to normalize disrespect and try to give a pass for disrespect depending on who committing it and try to frame it and create a narrative for them to make it okay. It ain't never going to be okay. So let's just get that part straight, clear, to the point. You heard me? And unfortunately, people like that never get the message until something happened to one of their loved ones or somebody got a crazy title. Or unfortunately, till they stand down that barrel and there's nothing they can do about it. And they like, no, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I apologize, and it's too late. Unfortunately, that's the only time they get the picture. That's not my fault. That's their fault. You got to have principles and parameters, man. You already know how we do over here. Principles and parameters. We don't do nothing else. We don't stick to nothing else. We don't subscribe to nothing else. We not going to get no passes for no bull crap. Like, that ain't the way that works. Right is right, wrong is wrong. There's no gray area in this. But this video is about Devin Spady, aka YNG Cheese. He's part of a rap group with his brother, Mac and Cheese. He's the Cheese part of Mac and Cheese. He is the son of a Philadelphia hip hop artist, now podcaster, successful podcaster, by the way, Gillie the Kid. Nasir for those that, some people don't know about Gillie, some people know about Nasir, right? It's from the Erie Avenue, North Philly section of Philadelphia, Erie Avenue to be more specific. He's part of rap group Major Figures. They was part of that collective that got Philly hip hop back popping in the 90s. But if you don't know, his son was gunned down, was shot and killed. It was a triple shooting in Philadelphia last night in the Albany section of Philadelphia. He was shot and killed. 2 other people got shot. They lived. He got shot in the back and passed away. The area of Albany where he got killed at is so Negro and Master. People that are not familiar with Philadelphia. Once upon a time, this section of Philadelphia was like, stuff happened, but stuff didn't happen, if you catch my drift. Like, it was no one of them places where it's like, yeah, you got to be careful here continuously. It was like, it's one of the places that's more or less like, it can happen anywhere, but is it a place that was known to get busy like that? You really had to be kind of concerned. Not really. I mean, it's still a hood. You know what I mean? It's still poor there. It's still nothing but liquor stores and bars, and so that element come with it. But the uptown section of Philadelphia was never really known for the homicide game. Like, but when I was coming up, like that was more North Philly, South Philly, um, more or less North Philly and South Philly when I was coming up. That dominated the homicide rate. I'm taking my time. I'm gonna take my time because I want to make sure that I cover the things I want to cover, and I want to make sure that I don't say anything that is insensitive or inappropriate. You know what I'm saying? I want to make this abundantly clear. Or say too much. So, this part of Philadelphia, like I said, it's not really coming up. It wasn't a place that you really had to be concerned with when it comes to violence. I mean, violence happened all over the city, but it was at a much lower rate there. Like uptown, they was hustlers. Like, they definitely know how to get to $1, but for a while, it's the violence. You never really heard about them in the violence all like that crazy. But now times have changed. The whole city is one big ghetto. I've been saying this forever. It ain't really no place where you really can escape any madness. It's all over. So, in this part of now, this section, this particular section of Albany, Negro, they got 1,000 little wars going on. It's 1,000 little young boys, and they all homies clicked up, so to say, and they always engaged in something. It's not really a block. Like, people don't really stand outside no more because of stuff like this. Like, you're like a sitting duck. It's one of them times where you standing outside because you're on a certain block. They automatically assume that you're from that block or you represent that block or whatever the case may be. So it's an issue with people on that block and they just want to shoot anybody on that block and you outside. Guess what? They're not checking to see if you actually from that block or not. Not saying that's what happened here. I'm just saying, like, where he's at, where he got killed at is a very, very, very hot spot right now. Very, very hot spot. It's not really a place where, like I said, you really want to stand outside and be exposed. But that can go for the whole city, to be honest. So he himself, he was a young rapper. He was trying to get his career started. He'd been out for a couple years. Him and his brother, they've been trying to, do their thing and do it on their own, right? And unfortunately, he didn't really grow up in Philadelphia, but he, back and forth, he was in Philly a lot, right? But he didn't grow up there, right? So to say. But, because he didn't really have to, especially when his dad started getting, like, real money, like, he got him out the way. Just being honest, like, he got him out the way. But where he was living at, can't get your music career popping. Then you got to go, you feel like you got to go to where you got to go to. And unfortunately, that leads you to the streets of an inner city, and a lot comes with that, right? So you're making certain music, and you directly or indirectly engage yourself in certain beefs you may not necessarily have anything to do with, but your affiliations put you in the mix, and sometimes your words put you in the mix. The backdoor game is alive and real. That's why I tell you, I don't care about no words. I don't care about... I reposted this video today that 50 Cent made talking about that word friend and how loosely it's used. But when I say stuff like that, people think I'm bugging. Like, oh no, I keep my guards up. Like, no, y'all don't understand. That's really how it goes. People use certain words to trick you, to manipulate you. And you start believing what they're saying, and you slowly but surely you drop your guards down, and you don't scrutinize things as much as you should scrutinize things, right? You don't look at things through the optic lens that you should, to make sure that you're safe at the end of the day, to make sure that somebody's not lining you up, to make sure that somebody's not trying to backdoor you. You drop your guard and say, oh no, that's my man, it's cool, we going, and then 10 shots later, your family come to identify the body. It's part of what happens. It's not cool. It's super uncool, to be honest. It's super uncool. But that's the times. Like, I tell people, you can't complain about what's going on. You got to adapt to it and protect your body. Stay dangerous, but stay out the way. All that, stay safe, and that's over with. Stay dangerous and stay out the way. That's the only recourse you really have today in order to make sure, like I said, you cool. Nothing happened to you. You make it back home safe. You know what I'm saying? Nobody trying to line you. Nobody trying to hurt your body. That's the only recourse you really have. You really have no other recourse. It's wicked out here today. You never know what somebody's heart conceals. Their mouth can say one thing, but you would never know what their heart conceals. But look them in their eyes. Their eyes to portals to the soul. Always look somebody in their eyes, man. You can halfway figure something out. But still, you never know what somebody's heart conceals. And like I said, 10 shots later, you think it was all love. But, you know, people going around all crazy saying who did what. I'm not repeating that. I mean, y'all know me by now. Y'all know I'm not even going to repeat that kind of information. I ain't even like that. To be out here repeating, saying who did what and what block, what section of. No, that's never going to happen. But it's floating around. And more than enough people saying something. Really curious, you can go find it if you know how to look for it. But I can't fathom what Gillie and his son's mother is going through. I can't fathom that. All this motivational and all this things I try to speak on how to bridge our gaps and bring us together, all that's going to go out the window if somebody hurt one of mine. I'm not even going to lie. I'm going to spin and keep spinning to the agitator break. I ain't even going to lie. Like, my heart can't handle that. Like, so the only thing I can do is, like, keep my kids out the way the best way I can. Teach them, educate them to what to look for, what to watch for. You know what I mean? All that good fancy stuff. But I pray for them. No parent, and it's not just them. Like, because a whole bunch of parents done lost kids this year well before they did. You know what I mean? Not to be, I'm not being insensitive to them, but I'm not going to dismiss the other parents that have lost kids. The hundreds of families that have been mourning this year behind loved ones being shot and killed or stabbed or whatever the case may be. So we're not going to dismiss that, right? But I think this really just shows you what I always say, like, nobody's really off limits. Like, they know who he was. They know who his father was. And they know and I'm pretty sure they understand what come with it. And they was willing to still walk through that door. Like, that's the way some people are designed. Like, they know what come with doing certain acts, and they willing to go through that door. Whatever happens on the other side of it. So that's why all that, who your family is, who your folks is, you feel like you got a level of invincibility. Man, people don't care about that. Half these people out here high anyway. They don't even know who their family is or care about who their family is. They'll kill one of their family members in a heartbeat. They ain't in their right mind. They don't know what's going on. They don't care what's going on. But like I said, they're fully aware of who he is. They're fully aware of who his father is. All intents and purposes, his father's retired from a life that he formerly lived that people know him for, factually. But this will wake the most sleepingest person up. When you got to go down there to the medical exam and identify your son on the table, or your child on the table, because young girls is getting shot and killed as well in that city at an alarming rate. So there's no pics out here. It's mayhem. Right? And I have people always ask me, like, yo, bro, when you coming back to the city? When you coming to? And I tell them, I'm so scared I'm not gonna leave. Not going to the medical exam, they're going up State Road in the back of that van because one of you dirty motherfuckers don't try me. And I gotta put one of y'all down. And I gotta exchange my life for one of y'all dirty, miserable lives. Because guess what? The people that did that to that young boy, that's all they're gonna be known for. They're gonna be known for doing that and how they got put down for doing it. That's all they're gonna be known for. They're not gonna be known for anything else. Nobody in life cares nothing about what they got to say. That's all they're gonna be known for. Oh damn, you know they did that to the young boy. That's all they gonna be known. That's all he gonna be known for. He gonna be known for literally nothing else, man. That's his claim to fame. You wanna know who Orlando Anderson was? It wasn't for him supposedly doing something to Tupac Shakur. Think about it. And I ain't saying he Tupac. Don't get it twisted. I'm saying this the only way some bum dude who has no aspirations to really be anything in life has the chance to amount to anything in life is putting down somebody that's doing something in life. Just facts. His life for their life ain't a fair exchange. So now this daddy got to sit back and contemplate. I just got a bunch of money. People are debating online how much money it was. I don't even get into that because I don't care about all that. Whatever the deal was is nice. They run around looking clean, house big as whatever. They smiling, happy, skin clear. So they getting enough. And now they got to figure out for everything they don't work for, everything they don't built from the mud. In the blink of an eye, do I put a bag with somebody's head to throw all that away? Or do I go do that myself? Think about that. You little dirty ass young boys think that's cool. Niggas really made it out the mud. Like, that's the part dudes really made it out that mud, man. There wasn't nothing handed. It was blood, sweat, and tears. And now that man got to contemplate about doing something with you dirty little rascals. Because y'all got nothing else. Y'all don't aspire to be anything else. I guess y'all scored last night. It's somewhere in y'all heart that makes sense. Man, I'll never get it. I'm glad I don't get it. I'm glad I don't understand it, overstand it, want to stand it. None of that, man. It's crazy. It makes zero sense. It ain't it. That's a bad joint. That's a bad joint. And I'm gonna tell you, and a message to you kids, man. I don't care if your parents is famous, not famous, but if they made a way for you to get up out of that joint, don't run back there. You ain't missing nothing. Because you don't live there. You going back to something, you know what I'm saying? With a living room bigger than the whole, got more square footage than the whole house. So why even go back there to do what? To hang out where? You putting your life on the line every time you go there. One way or the other. You just banking on ain't nothing gonna happen to you, right? Like you exempt. You not exempt. I don't care what your profession is or your parent that got it out the mud and they found a way for their kid not to have to endure none of this. Embrace that quietness at night when you don't hear ambulances or police cars all night. Embrace those birds. All you hear is crickets and all that. Embrace that. Embrace that. Don't be ashamed of that. There ain't nothing to be shameful about. You ain't got to prove nothing. Because the one thing you're going to prove is how well you look in the casket. Or how well you look behind them bars in that jumpsuit. If that's what you want to prove, be my guest. It don't make no sense to me. I would never understand or understand that mathematics. That ain't math. That's subtraction. You're subtracting yourself, whether you want to realize or dig that or not. There's more to it. The key is to get the paper to get out. And you can't get the paper, yeah, you can go back and give back and all that other stuff. But being there on the block yeah, this is what's up. I'm out here, you see me? I'm real. No, that ain't real. That's whack. That's hustling way backwards. That's what you standing here for. These dudes don't care about the next 5 minutes. You making plans for next year too. You got a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan. These dudes don't care. They don't care nothing about the next 5 minutes. But you going to stand with dudes that willing to throw away everything in the blink of an eye for nothing. Because ain't nobody gonna come on this block. Oh yeah, they from over there. Yeah, we going through it with them behind nothing. It ain't about no money. It's never about no money. It's about some music. It's about some chick. It's about something very, very trivial. Instagram post or something very trivial. It's never about no paper though. None of this is never about no money. And this is what you subscribe to, and this is what you want to throw your life away for. So I'm gonna get out of here, man. Politics on the Corner, Real Rap King. Y'all know y'all can find me Tuesdays at 7 o'clock, man. Principles and parameters. You better learn you some if you ain't got none. See y'all in a minute, man.